Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a very, very special episode. This episode is going to be the first one of my science mode. Just a quick warning, pretty much this entire video is an epilepsy warning. So, if you have epilepsy, sorry, I guess. I can't, yeah, sorry. But, we're off to do our first launch here. So, I'm just gonna fast forward through all these launches, especially because we all know how the first few launches go. You get the science, you go up, you do the science, you do it again. But I'm going to fast forward because today we're landing on the Mun. And then we're going to move around in the Mun a little bit, get all the science data, come back and unlock some more parts. Next episode, which I've already filmed, we are landing on Duna. And it's interesting. Yeah. Anyway, here we are. And, okay, down we go again. I'm going to build a bigger rocket. Yeah, I chose this engine because it seems to have very, very low thrust, but very high ISP. That's a modded engine. Wait, do I end up putting it up? Yeah, I do. It's a modded engine. No, do I? I don't know. Yes. No, maybe. Yes. I can't decide. But yeah. Very, very high efficiency, so that should be nice. Okay, I guess I don't. Never mind, I do not wind up using it. But I will later. Don't have any decouplers yet, so we're just gonna use a lot of parachutes, and hopefully this thing survives. Let's see. Not sure why I'm doing a orbital, what's it called, gravity turn. Not sure why I'm doing a gravity turn here. Definitely not enough delta V to go for orbit. Was I trying? No way I was trying to go for orbit here. I guess I was. Never mind. Regardless, just doing a little hop here. Let's see if we survive. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Didn't survive. But that's the way it goes, right? Time to move on to the next launch, or the same launch, but you know, you get the point. Let's go. If this will work. Yahoo! So we're gonna get right off the launch pad, and we're just speeding right through this because, come on, you just saw this. Let's jump up, get science, get Bob out, redo the science. Oh, it's Jeb, not Bob. Okay. I try and put Bob on all my missions because, first off, you know, he's just Bob. He's awesome. Second off, he's a scientist, so, like, we kind of need to refresh the science experiments. And speaking of science experiments, I just realized I did not transfer any of the science to Jeb. So, we just lost most of that science. But we still got some. You know, we got... I think we got his EVA reports and all that. And there we go. Landed. Surprised you don't have to unlock the Kerbal parachute, but I guess you don't. So, quick note. Because of the mods, there are some nodes here on the science tree that just do nothing but still cost, like, science. So whenever I encounter one of those, I am going to I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to use cheats to give myself the science that I just wasted, because I need to purchase that to move on. But I feel like that's reasonable, especially because I don't get anything out of it. It's just like, it's just moving on. So, like, if it costs 45 science and it does nothing, I would buy it and then give myself 45 extra science, just to make up for the loss. Here, we are actually trying to go for orbit, and I think we succeed. I don't really remember. Oh yeah, we do. Even though I chose the world's worst orbit profile. There was 0 gravity turning there, but I had so much delta V, it really didn't matter. Plus, I just wanted to get out of the atmosphere, especially since this engine is so weak. Didn't mean to click down the Space Center there, but I'll move on back. There we go, and we're back. Yippee. Yippee doo-dah. Time warp over, and orbit. I thought that you would get some bonus science from being in orbit, but you do not. And now I know that, and that is interesting. Regardless, let's head on back down. It might be a night landing. I hope not. I think we do wind up recovering this whole vessel, though. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm realizing a lot of mistakes I'm making here in post-production. Speed through this re-entry, even though it's pretty cool. Wonder if we'll survive. But yeah, I'm going for a 0 cheats kind of thing here, unless it's fixing, like, a glitch or something, or a cracking attack. And here we go. Oh. That's not good And finally we decouple. Whoa, almost died there. I think just zoomed right past us. We did not, in fact, end up... Yeah, we don't have a heat shield, so that's why I was kind of reluctant to do that. However, we do not have any of the science that we got there. Just the crew capsule. I should have transferred it to the crew capsule. Can I do that? Actually, no, I don't think so. I think I need to get a dedicated device to hold the science. And there we go. Landed and unlocking, unlocking. Doo-doo-doo. Gotta do another one of those. Went in the wrong direction, but whatever. I know. I was not doing an orbit there. I just wanted to go up, do a little hop so I could buy another science node. And there we go. And we are getting ready to set up for our MUN mission. Let's see if this will work. Okay, yep, we are building the science capsule here. I don't think we actually use it this time, but essentially this is just a little science stuff with a science collection device down there that we can put everything in safely inside a service bay. And then in theory, that heat thing, what? Heat shield, that's it, heat shield. I'm not bad at this game, I'm the best ever at this game, totally, 100%. Heat shield, that's the word, will protect the craft. And there we go, it's protected. Just slap a big SRB on there, solid rocket booster. Not really a booster, it's not really boosting anything, it's a solid rocket thruster at this point. I guess they call it boosters because normally they're on the side of liquid fuel rockets, but you don't need that. Yeah, we're just gonna do another little hop into the spaces, into space. Get Jebediah out there, get those readings. Come on back down. Let's see, do we survive? I forgot. We do survive. Would you look at that? And we have more science to unlock. More science to unlock things with. We have more things to unlock with science. Let's see. I feel like this could have been sped up a bit more. Felt like it was kind of atrociously sped up in editing, but maybe not. Or maybe, just maybe, my recording software is lagging out of me right now, and this is all terribly desynced, but I doubt it. I mean, the way I do it is I just, like, I edit it, and then I export the video, and then I edit another one with the exported video. Oop. Just dropped something. Then I edit something with the exported video, and typically that gets rid of a lot of the lag so that I don't desync my commentary, because what I do here is once I edit the video, I just watch it and then yap a lot while watching it, and then I make that, and that's the video. That's how I do it. But yeah, there's a good chance that things are desynced here. I'm somewhat worried. I feel like this is going a bit slower than I imagined. But no, never mind. This is a longer than average video, I just remembered. Because this is a pushing 25-minute video, I think. Yeah, it is. And most of my videos are 15, so I might do this in 2 takes, because it's harder than you think to talk for 25 minutes straight. Keep your audience entertained, you know? You gotta do that. Gotta get them YouTube views. And let's see, I'm gonna go into orbit. Oh yeah, this was MUN 1, a mission that was totally not supposed to be a landing. Ignore the fact that there are landing legs on here. It was always meant to be a flyby. I'm not bad at this game. I'm amazing at this game. And it was 100% meant to be a flyby, and you can't say anything else. This was never meant to be a MUN landing mission where I land in the MUN. Those landing legs are just there for decoration. Okay? So, yeah. Take that, atmospheric reentry deniers. And here we are, coming right into the MUN. And then I start realizing that my delta V is not as high as I expected, so I guess I can't do an orbit around it. Oh, so bad. Again, I was only ever planning to orbit it. So, oh, never mind, I am doing an orbit. Never mind. Forget what I'm saying. Gonna come into space near the MUN, get science ratings from that, and then we're gonna head on back, because that was always the plan. I just want to make sure you guys understand that that was always the plan. I never intended to land here. Okay, yeah. I need to pad my runtime here because I can't think of anything else to talk about. But there is some more stuff I can talk about, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm doing this science mode thing, the game feels a lot more like a game to me and less like a, okay, I'm going to land on this planet, that's neat. No, we go back. Which actually means that I'm enjoying myself a lot more in science mode. You know what that means? I'm going to be playing it a lot more. And you know what that means? you're going to get longer videos with way more content, way more launches, and it should be a lot more fun for the both of us. So, maybe these videos will be less built for YouTube, because my other ones are, like, built entirely just for YouTube, because you go to this planet, it's cool, like my video, etc., etc. This one is built for funsies, and maybe y'all will find this funsies as well. Maybe not, but I do, and I enjoy sharing my funsies with the world. So here you go. Enjoy the funsies that I've shared with you today. And while you're at it, maybe go ahead and like and subscribe. I mean, you can give it a shot. Couldn't hurt, right? I mean, maybe it will. You guys think like your computer's gonna blow up or something if you subscribe? It might. You know what? Don't risk it. Don't risk it. Or do. Yeah, you should risk it. There I am right there, just doing the science thing where I buy a useless node and then refund my science because, you know, the mods are conflicting and they don't like each other. Etc., etc. I'm very excited to unlock the mobile processing lab. Mobile, whatever. Because that will let me multiply my science. Gotta sing, talk, important things. It's a life lesson, kids. Sing, talk, everything you find important. But yeah, we're gonna multiply science, and then we're gonna get so much science, and it's gonna be the best thing ever. And everyone's gonna be like, wow, that was such a great decision, atmospheric reentry. You multiplied your science, and now you have more science, and you can use that science to get more science. And that's the general gameplay loop that we have here, don't we? Okay, so we're building a, this is Mun 2. I'm pretty sure Mun 2 does actually go to the Mun. I mean, Mun 1 was also never... Mun 2 was gonna be the first one to ever be planned to go to the Mun. And it has the landing legs that are at this point not for decoration, they're for reals. And we are going to build the main... Here's the lunar transfer stage. In theory, that gets me to the Mun. I'm not checking any of the Delta V, I really should be, but... I'm going off the vibes, you know? Like, this rocket is big. This rocket can totally make it to the Mun if I pilot it right. And I did. In fact, we had way more than enough Delta V. Even with my inefficient piloting, we still managed to land there and do another, like, hop around. And even the hops were as inefficient as possible because I kept thinking I wanted to land, but then I didn't because I was trying to go to a different biome. But apparently the entirety of the Mun is, like, lunar midlands, which I guess makes sense. But then I found crater midlands, and there we go. You can get more science from crater midlands than lunar midlands, can't you now? Here we go, finishing up the orbit. Ignore that explosion there. That was a planned explosion. I totally wanted that to happen. And there we go. We are now in orbit. Now let's set up a maneuver node to encounter the Mun, and then we will be on our way. Yep, looking down at the footage markers we have here, I am pretty darn sure that we are going to the Mun. I think. Yeah, we're going to the Mun. So, we're going to come around here and... Oh, wait, no, we're not. You catch my mistake there? Oh god, that's embarrassing. Yeah, so the command pod that I'm using has no reaction wheels, and the engines that I'm using have no gimbal, which means that... Well, I have no control over myself in space. So, I'm gonna have to redo that. And then we have Mun 3! Good old Mun 3. In Mun 3, I just added a couple more batteries and slapped on, those gimbal wheels to allow me to gimbal. And they're way more powerful than you think, actually. Like, I used a similar design for my Duna lander, and it worked really well. So, here we go. Let's just speed through all this, get back into orbit, and then let's try our lunar injection burn, translunar injection burn again, shall we? And here we go. Turn on those thrusters. So essentially here we're just getting our orbit. Pretty simple, you just burn apoapsis to reach back, to push the periapsis back, and eventually you're just falling, and then you're in an orbit. Frank, this probably sounds pretty redundant to anybody who plays KSP here, who I hope most of my audience does. I mean, that's kind of the reason I'm doing this. But if you don't play KSP, don't log off here, because you know what? You should play KSP. It's a great game. I know it looks difficult. It looks like really daunting, but... Trust me, it's pretty... People say it's a hard game, but I think people just say that to feel smart, okay? And be like, oh, guys, look, I play KSP, I'm a rocket scientist, I'm a genius, look at me, I can pull some levers on a maneuver node. I mean, I am not the world's smartest human being, I will tell you that. I'm not even close. But I can do it, and if I can do it, you viewer can do it. So what I want you to do here is I want you to wait until, like, go to Steam, download Steam. Steam's great. You should have Steam if you're a PC gamer. But get Steam, and then wait until, like, the summer sale, because the summer sale, KSP always has a great deal. Buy it super cheap. Like, I got mine for, like, $4, I think, maybe. And then, you know what you have? You have yourself a fresh installment of KSP. Then, what I want you to do is I want you to mod it. There are lots of great videos out there for modding. If you want, actually, I will make a tutorial for you for modding. If you want, just leave that down in the comments. Sounds like a fun idea. I can also make tutorials for other fun things, like my Heavy Lander that went sort of viral. Anybody returning from that video, thank you very much for watching that video. And thank you very much for watching my channel. I appreciate it a lot. Anyway, here we are. We are going to start our descent by burning retrograde and canceling out our speed, and then just falling down and turning on the engine right before we hit the ground. It's like jumping before you hit the ground of an elevator, but rocket science. Again, this game is not as complicated as all the people playing it want you to believe. There's a learning curve, okay? It's gonna be really tough for the first 2 weeks. But if you can just power through that, you got this, man. Or gal. Or they, them, or whatever. But you got this, okay? When I first started playing, I did the same thing that everyone else does. I built the rocket with, like, a command pod and, like, no fuel and a bunch of boosters. I went up in the sky and I blew up. And then I did it again. And then I did one with, like, the biggest command pod and the tiniest boosters, and the tiniest command pod and the biggest boosters. And I just kind of mix and match that and start having fun. Until eventually I got to the phase where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should, like, actually try and get in orbit. And then I failed. And then I failed again. And then I failed a third time. And I just kept failing. Until eventually, I got into an orbit. And then I failed to get back down. But the next time, I didn't fail to get back down. And then I got into another orbit. And before I knew it, I could orbit consistently. This is all in, like, the span of 2 weeks at the most. And again, most people take less than 2 weeks to get the hang of this game. I was kind of slow at grasping it. But I think the footage on screen tells you that I did grasp it at some point, didn't I? And then you can start trying to land on the Mun. And once you do that, start trying to land on Duna. Nothing beats the feeling you get when you land on Duna for the first time. I mean, the Mun, that was great. But, like, Duna took so long. It was so hard to land on. And yeah, don't use the cheat menu. Pretend that doesn't even exist, because that will really just wear down your enthusiasm. Some part of your subconscious is going to know, like, oh, I didn't deserve that. I forgot that parachute or something. Thankfully, I didn't know that the cheat menu existed when I was playing, so I had no choice but to play normally. And I was so proud of myself when I landed on Duna. I was never able to come back because I kind of botched the landing, and I just kept doing that because it was just a flawed design. But it didn't matter. I landed. My Kerbals had survived, and before I knew it, I was mounting a rescue mission that failed. And before I knew it, I had made a whole new game and started over. But then I launched a Duna mission that didn't fail. I think you're starting to get the gameplay loop here. And it's just really fun. Start out with Sandbox, then once you get the hang of it, play Science, because Sandbox does kind of get boring quickly. Like, not quickly. Sandbox takes like a year to get boring, gotta be honest. That's not quick at all. But after you start getting bored with KSP, don't stop. Go to Science mode. And then mod the heck out of it. All the mods. So here I am. Nope, don't want to land there. Let's see, keep going. Faster, faster. This is like 20 times speed. Let's see, where are we going to land? I see some nice craters over there, and here we go. We are in a new biome where we can get lots of new, fresh science. So yeah, all the science stuff I'm talking about, I'm playing Science mode, which is where you have to land and collect science and stuff to unlock new parts. If you're playing Sandbox, you don't have to worry about that. Here I did a very Kerbal landing that humbled me and reminded me that I am but a mortal human being playing a game about space frogs, in which I did a very Kerbal landing. Tried not to land on that big rock, and then I tried not landing on the other big rock, and then I crashed. But that's the beauty of quick saves, isn't it? I would like to say that if technically this was an unmodded version, first off, my engines wouldn't work because they're modded engines, so no one mentioned that. But second off, that rock wouldn't have been there, and I would have been able to land normally. But whatever. I knew what I was getting into when I installed collisions on Parallax. Wait, what if Parallax has no collisions, and I was just doing that for no reason? I mean, it has, but, like, I might have disabled them. I don't remember. I remember getting really annoyed when I was trying to do a rover, so that I might have disabled it then, but I think I turned it back on, maybe. I don't know, but There we go. Touchdown. Totally first try. And look at Kerbin. I was about to say the Earth. Look at Kerbin in the background there. Now, this is our first Mun landing of the science playthrough. Yeah. I've probably already yapped about this, but next up is Duna. I'm not going to be showing that today, sadly, but we are showing it. Oh, did I just say this was the first Mun landing? You just saw another Mun landing. I think I'm losing my mind. But this episode is the first Mun landing. How about that? Yeah, later we're doing Duna. Then, I don't know, we might do... You know, I'm actually not sure where I'm going from there. I might do an Eve... Oh, yeah, I'm going to do an Eve atmospheric dive, and then maybe I want to go to Lathe. Lathe is nice. Well, no, I'm gonna do an Eve atmospheric dive, then a Jewel atmospheric dive, I think, and then Lathe. Although probably not all in the same episode. It's probably 2 episodes. Eve dive, Jewel dive, and then Lathe. Like, Lathe should be its own mission. That's a long thing. Okay, let's finish up our burn here, and here we go. Oh yeah, I recently got a comment that's saying I need to do better thumbnails. I appreciate those comments. Please give me all the feedback you can feed the back. Oh, we're alive. It's okay. I got the science mobile here. That was a totally planned explosion. Regardless, I'm gonna put some effort into today's thumbnail. Maybe that's why I clicked on the video. Maybe this video has 10,000 views right now. Because I'm only expecting it to get past, like, I don't know, 60. That's, like, my video average, I think. Besides, if you ignore outliers. So, and, like, I only get, like, 1 bonus subscriber per video. So, you know, if you want to fulfill my dreams of getting another subscriber, then you should do that. Because I am, like, at 68 subscribers, I think, now. Which is not the highest number. I mean, I love all of you. I appreciate all the subscribers. But if you are watching this and not subscribed, you can help out a small YouTuber. That's all I'm saying, you know. Anyway, I'll stop being a corporate shill here for a job I don't get any money for, and begin to... Oh, that's not good. Begin to do another atmospheric re-entry, because that's my channel name. You get it? No? Yes? Maybe? So? Can't see your reaction, because this is a recording. Okay, and now we're going to do spin moves. Spin moves are great. We use the engine there a bit to decelerate, and I think... Oh, nope, didn't work. Okay. I love watching the quick save, like, thing on Fast Play, because it just... Click load save, click, scroll down, you click the button, and there you go. I don't know, it's... I feel that a lot. It really connects with me. Anyway, yeah, not going to come in this loop around Kerbin. But now we're going to fly around and do another loop. Turn on the engine and slow down. Maybe it's this loop. Yes, this is the loop. And we're going to have to do a night landing. But don't worry, Tufix will come and save us. Because Tufix, you can change the brightness of things. And I can give us night vision. Hold up, maybe I do it here, maybe I do it like later. But like, you will see the landing in night vision. And it's going to be cool. Oh, uh-oh. Well, I'm really glad we didn't explode there. Here we go, we're coming in hot. Very hot. Literally, because it's, like, flames and stuff. And I can't see a thing. Time to fixify it. Oh, okay, there we go. You can see the water below us. It's all shimmering. YouTube does a really bad job at, like, showing lighting levels and stuff, so I don't know what this is going to look like for you. But it looks pretty weird for me. I mean, especially since everything's glowing so much, but... Whatever, here we go. Splashdown. Oh no, you might be thinking, the science, what happened? But it's okay. If you open this up, the science collection device is still alive, and that has all of our data on it. And, well, that's just about it. I hope you all enjoyed very much. I'm going to unlock some more science. Stick around if you want to see me pressing buttons for another 30 seconds or whatever, and get flashbanged by the KSC because my brightness was way up. And here we go, yep. Fast forward of me reading all the science nodes. Let's read that, press that button there, that's a good button. Now we're gonna press that button, and I'm gonna press that button, then press that. Oh, no, we're not gonna press that button's too good to be pressed. And then press that button. No, we're not. Actually, no. And here we go. Are we done? There we go. Have a nice day, everyone. Adios.